How are you? Fine. Good, good. Yesterday I had sent few videos. Did you go through it? No? Why? Take the mobile from your parents for some time. See the videos, understand the things, write the question answers, whatever is given to you all or sent to you all, then complete it. So our main intention is to make you all understand the concept. So only we are sending the videos. Earlier we were sending you all the video links, right? Now we are sending you the direct videos. Along with that, we are sending the textbook pages also, so that you will read it, you will understand it, then you will start writing the question answers. So today we are going to have the first chapter of history, that is Harappan Civilization. Now what do you mean by civilization? Do you know we were having many ages like Paleolithic age, then it was like Mesolithic, then it was Neolithic, then came the Iron Age and Metal Age and so on. So this old Stone Age or the Paleolithic age, during this time the people were not at all having any knowledge of any other fire or maybe the minerals or whatever occupation we are having. But slowly these people were only the hunters. They knew to stab and to eat the flesh of the animals which was raw. Later on, they sat and they thought, or we will do some work. They thought they were rubbing the stones to each other, and there was a lit of fire. A small fire came out of rubbing to stones. So they understood that something can be done to this. So they put the raw meat in that particular fire. Then it was tasting very good enough, very tasty. So they started to eat that boiled ones, that thing which was put in the fire, and then they started to eat the cooked ones. So in this way they started to move from one place to another. Now they started to settle down in one particular place and do their occupation there. So settling down from one place to another at a fixed point. Earlier the people were moving from one place to another. Now they were settled down in one particular place with the occupation as well as their family members. This came to be known as the civilization. The improvement, the development was seen in the people. So now we are going to learn about the Harappans and Harappan civilization. When I say Harappan civilization, what does you feel, or what comes to your mind? How many of you have seen the Mohenjo-daro film? Yes, you have seen this Mohenjo-daro film. In that, they have shown each and every archaeologist site. They have shown you all the important sites. Dholvira they have shown you all. So, that particular places where the things were excavated. So, who would tell us all these things? We were not live, or we were not staying during that place, a particular time. So who helped us to know much about this Harappan civilization? Nobody other than archaeologists. Archaeologists gave a lot many information about the Harappans and the Mohenjo-daro civilization. So in the Neolithic age, that is the New Stone Age, people started to live in small villages. It was earlier only one family staying together. Now they started to occupy the whole lane or a street, and they started to live with their friends and families. There were nearly 7 to 8 houses in one particular lane. So as the time went on, the population was also increasing day by day. We are having 4 civilization. When I say civilization, where this civilization would have been existed? Definitely, what is essential? It is water. So the places where water is available, the civilization took place in the same areas. So we can just call them four civilization as the Indus Valley civilization, the Mesopotamian civilization, the Chinese civilization and the Egyptian civilization. So this four civilization, that is Indus River Valley, Mesopotamian River Valley, then the Vango Valley and the Nile. So these are important rivers on which the civilizations took place. So this year you are going to learn about Harappans as well as you are going to learn a few things about the Mesopotamian. You are not going to learn about the Chinese civilization and the Egyptian civilization. So coming next is the Indus Valley or the Harappan civilization. As I said, civilization took place on the banks of the river. There were many people who went on excavation or who went on removing the things whatever was available to them. They are known as the archaeologists. So in 1921, R.D. Dayaram Sahani, an Indian archaeologist, he found some seals. It may be some whatever the seals were available here and there on the Harappan places, that is in present West Punjab. So now it is in Pakistan. So it was hidden in the sand. So when they were digging, they got to have some of the seals there. Then in the same year, R.D. Banerjee again went on doing some excavation, and now again Pakistan, earlier it was in Sindh, he also he also got some of the seals over there. So they wanted to know, see, when you are getting the seals, when you are getting the coins, when you are getting many of the things which are somewhat of very old stone age or they were the antique pieces, you want to know more about them. So this particular two people, R.D. Dayaram Sahni as well as R.B. Dayaram Sahni and R.D. Banerjee both went together and they wanted to know more about this Harappan civilization. So the discovery started, many people helped them. Then Harappan culture belongs to the Bronze Age, when they were knowing the usage of bronze. During that time, this Harappan civilization was existing. So this particular Harappan civilization is also called as the Bronze Age. So this particular complete civilization, they came to know more about this after R.D. Banerjee and R.B. Dayaram Sahni went again into that. Now what are the sources? As I said, seals were available, coins were available, some of the cities were excavated, buildings were seen, pots were available to them. So when 1 and again, so 1 plus 1 plus 1, when it comes together, we will be just go on having the story connected with it. So in the same way, they started to get the information of each and every small thing that they got to know. So extent of Harappan civilization, you can just see the whole of Harappan civilization had extended throughout the places. Yes, can you see it? Rangpur, Lothal, Mohenjo-daro, Kotdiji, Indus, Satluj, Harappa, Rupar, Kalibangan, Alamgirpur, these all the places were of the Harappan civilization. So there were many places, these many cities were being excavated from them. So one of the important place was Dholvira, now Punjab in India. It was founded by them, and in this particular places they got many seals. Okay, so from here they came to know about the Harappan civilization. You can just see this was the view of Indus Valley civilization. This was the view of the Indus Valley civilization. So when the things were going on, what happened is the features. What are the features? As you all know, we will be thinking about our houses. We'll be thinking how big should be my house, how well should be my house, what are the modern amenities that I can give to my house. Everything will be discussing before construction of the houses. But these people who are very intelligent, they had a very good thinking. They had built a town which was having all the modern amenities. So this urban planning is a very important question in the board question paper. The Indus Valley people had an excellent skill in town planning. The streets and lanes were completely broad enough. They had cut in a right angle so that each and every vehicle could take a easy turn. So the streets and lanes of their towns were laid out according to a set plan. They were straight and intersect each at the right angles. So the Mohenjo-daro and the Harappan's road were 10 meters wide. As I said, they were very broad. It is 10 meters broad roads were built during that time. So the drainage system. What about the drainage system? Each and every places in Harappan civilization had a proper drainage. There were no choke-ups. They did not have any other blockages. So they had a very good drainage system. House drains emptied into the main drains. Whatever the house drains were there, they were all connected to the main drains, and the main drains ran under the main street below many lines. It was all underground. Here now we can see during the rainy season all the drainage water is on the roads, but during that time it was not so. They were using the burnt bricks for each and every construction. So building and houses, as I said, they had a very big thinking. All the houses were very big enough with all the rooms, like kitchen room was there, dining room was there, bedrooms were there, halls were there. So they were nearly one-storied or two-storied buildings during this place. The people who were very rich were all staying in a citadel. Citadel is nothing but a place little bit on a higher position. So they were all located or situated on that citadel. So the second part of the city was on the lower side, where the common people were all settled down. So they had at home now, because of the lockdown, you must have seen each and every item is available at home. In the same way, they used to store the grains, they used to store the food items in the great granaries. So big granaries were constructed where they stored all the food items. It may be pulses, it may be the cereals, grains, whatever it is. So they had all stored in it. So remaining part will be doing it in the next class. So now whatever is being taught, like the features of the town planning, about the great granary, about the drainage system, about the roads, then who were the people who helped us to know more about the Harappan civilization, which were the cities, which were the 3 stages. So all this thing you have to keep in your mind. Till then, take care. Bye bye, students.